Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm Ifoma. So yesterday we dropped a tutorial on how to cut this beautiful top I'm putting on right now. And today we are going to drop a tutorial on how to sew it. As you can see, this is my own and I already completed it. Okay, so this is how beautiful it's looking. You can wear it as an off shoulder, you can also wear it with the shoulder, depends on what you want. Okay, so if you are a new subscriber, thank you for stopping by today, and do well to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified anytime we drop a video like this. And if you're an old subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. Thank you for always supporting, and I hope you keep supporting us like this in this channel. Okay, so if you have anything you want us to work on, you want us to drop a tutorial of anything at all, you can drop it on the comment section below, so we see it and we work on it. Because if you don't know, I go through my comment section every day to see how you guys are cheering me up and how you guys are supporting me. Thank you very much for coming back, and thank you for stopping by today. Let's dive into the video. So to begin, these are all the pieces we cut out on this tutorial we dropped yesterday on how to draft the pattern. So we already drafted out all these patterns. We just had the bodies of the clothes, the bustier, which we'll be using for the lining, and also the spread and pattern part. Okay, so we are through with that part. You can go back and check the video on how to draft this. It's there in our channel. Then the next thing we are going to do now is to cut out the sleeve of this top, because we didn't cut it out on our last tutorial. Okay, so to cut it out, we folded our fabric into 4, and we are going to bring in the bodies of this top. Okay, the upper bodies of this top, we're going to bring it in just for the sake of the armhole. All right, we want to trace out this armhole to make sure that the armhole of the sleeve is the same thing with the armhole of the bodies. Okay, so here we are just going to trace it out like this, and then we're going to go ahead with the cutting of the top, the sleeve. So to cut it, we're just going to cut it straight, because we are going to gather the down part and also the shoulder part with an elastic. Okay, so you don't need to bother about the measurement of the sleeve. Just cut it out straight and make sure it's big enough, so when you gather it with an elastic, it's going to be full. Okay, so this is what we just did here. All right, so we're just going to gather, put elastic on the top, and then we are going to put elastic on the down. You can decide how you want the elastic to be. So this one, I just put elastic on the down of the sleeve. Okay, so we're going to go ahead to start sewing it. And to start, this is the back part of the top. We're just going to fold the upper part of the top. We're just going to fold it with a tiny, the 0.5 tiny allowance we put there. We're just going to make it very, very tiny. This is the 2 parts of the back. Okay, and for the bustier, this is the bustier of the top. This small bustier here is going to be used as the lining of the upper part. Okay, so when you are after drafting it, make sure when you are cutting it on your actual fabric, you are giving it a mark to know the upper part and the lower part. Okay, because it can be very tricky, it can be very confusing if you don't give it a mark. Okay, on this one, I just notched it to know the upper part, and I'm just going to join them together using 0.5 inches. Okay, so this is the part with the slash and spread method. Here I'm just removing the pins. I want to remove the paper, so I spread it and show us what it looks like. Okay, here this is what it looks like. Okay, so what I'm just going to do to this one is I'm going to match on it with a loose stitches, because this one we are going to gather it. All right, so I will set that aside. And for the band of this top, this is the band. Remember, we cut out 2 bands. We say we are going to use one as the lining and one has the main band. Okay, so I'm going to put them together, the right side facing each other, and I'm going to turn 3 parts. I'm going to sew on 3 parts, and we're going to leave just 1 part. Okay, the part we are going to leave is the part we are going to join to the upper bodies. Okay, so this is what it looks like when we are done turning it and also turning to the right side. We are done sewing it and we also turn it to the right side. So we put hemming gum in between so that it's going to be in place. You're just going to lay flat in place. So this is me ironing it. You're just going to iron all the other parts. We are also going to iron the bustier after joining it. This is what it looks like. We ironed it flat, we opened the seam and we ironed it flat. Okay, so this is after joining it and ironing it. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is the slash and spread part, which is the main part of the upper part of this bust. This is the part that is going to be on the outside of this top. Okay, so we're just going to gather it. Alright, so what you see me doing, I'm just gathering it. Alright, remember to sew it with a loose stitch so you can easily gather it. Okay, so when we are through with gathering it, the next thing we're going to do is to turn it with the lining. Remember we said that this part with the small bustier is going to be the lining of this gathered part. Okay, so we're going to make sure that the two of them are placed right, the right side facing each other. Okay, and then make sure that you are placing the two of them right. Right, make sure that the upper part, the two upper parts is the same. Okay, so this part with the slash and spread method, you are going to know the upper part by the armpit. If you look at the side, you see a small curve. That place is the armhole. So make sure that that side with the armhole is the one that is on the top and the other part is on the bottom. Okay, here I'm just trying to arrange the gather to make sure that it's equal with the lining. So I'm just going to arrange it like this, pin it together, because we are going to go over to the sewing machine and we are going to sew the two of them. So here is where the pinning is going on. Okay, I'm pinning it together. So we are going to sew on the top, on the two sides, and we are going to leave the down part. Okay, note we are not sewing the armhole. Okay, that is the armhole. Note we are not turning the armhole with a lining, and we are not also turning the down part with the lining, because that down part is where we are going to join the band later. Okay, so after turning it, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. I've turned it, I've also ironed it, I've also turned it to the right side, and I've also ironed it. So this is what it looks like. So our top is almost ready. The next thing we are going to do now is to shape the top. Okay, for the back, we also added the dart for the back. Okay, remember the back is supposed to have a dart. We also sewed the dart of the back. Okay, now we're just going to put them together and shape it. Okay, so after shaping it, we are going to join the band. So let me just pin it together, pin the shaping side together, so I will show us how to join the band when we are done shaping it. Alright, so when we were done shaping it, this is how it should look like. So after that, we're just going to join the band straight. Remember we said that this band is not going to be shaped on the side, it's going to be a one-piece band. So this is what it should look like when we are done. Okay, so this is what it looks like when we are done. It's just remaining for us to put the zip on the back and for us to fix the hand. Okay, so here, this is the armhole. So looking at the armhole is looking so small. So what I'm going to do now is to trim into the armhole. Okay, just trying to make the armhole wider. All right, so because I want my upper chest measurement is supposed to be 12 inches when I measured along my upper chest, so that is exactly what we made the upper chest to be on the top. Okay, so to work on the hand, the first thing we are going to do is to create channel for the elastic that is going to be on the top. Okay, but before that, remember we trimmed away on the armpit of the main fabric of the main top, so we are going to do the same for the armpit of the hand. Okay, we're just going to trim away some allowance. We're just going to trim away some piece of fabric from the armpit of the sleeve as well, just like we did for the armpit of the top. So we're done. After doing that, we are going to go to our sewing machine and create channel for this elastic. Okay, the elastic we used in this tutorial is the tiny elastic, the 0.5 inches elastic. That is what we use. And then after folding up the up, we're going to fold the down a little bit, just with a small allowance, and then we go up. All right, this part depends on what you want. You can go up with 10, you can go up with 9, depends on where you want the elastic to gather the sleeve. Okay, so that is what I did there. and I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and I'm going to work on the sleeve. So after that, we are going to attach the sleeve on, we are going to put it attach the sleeve armpit on the armpit of the top. Okay, so this is what it should look like when you are done with yours. You see, we have already attached the elastic on the sleeve. This is what it should look like. We also attach the elastic on the down part of the sleeve as well. Okay, we also put our zip, and this is what it looks like. This is where the top is ready. Okay, so you can wear this top anyhow you want. You can wear it as an off shoulder, you can include the shoulder, depends on what you want to do with this top. Okay, so this is what it looks like on me after I was done sewing. All right, so if you have gotten to this part and you're yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and also drop a comment or share this video so it reaches to anybody that needs it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.